I'm waiting for Samantha to arrive. She actually is an EMT and currently on a call, but said she'd join us as soon as she's done with that call. So in many, many ways, Samantha is an amazing person and but she says she has something for me. We'll see. Hello. Where are you? Do you want to explain to people where you are?
I'm at a firehouse. I'm a
Yeah,
volunteer EMT, so yeah.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of the many, many talents that Samantha has, she's also a volunteer EMT, which is amazing.
Not sure it's a talent. Still very much learning. I'm very blessed to be at the station I'm at, though. So,
You are doing much more than I could. So there's that.
so yeah. So ignore the radio, but I gotta listen in.
Oh, that's fine. Um, so I understand that you have some information for me.
I do. I don't know a lot about this saint. Um, I know one thing, and that's why I love this saint. But
Okay.
Saint Lawrence. The only
Oh,
thing I
St.
know about.
Lawrence. I don't think I know who St. Lawrence is, I'll be honest. I don't think, I mean, there's so many saints out there. I feel like I've heard the name, but I don't think I've heard anything about them, like ever.
So, like, Saint Lawrence, the only thing I know, he was a martyr, and I hope I'm getting this right, but he was burned like at the stake
Oh,
or
geez.
whatever,
That
um,
sounds brutal.
over a fire. And why I love this saint is like he was on one side and he told like his um torturers, he's like, make sure to turn me over so I'm well done on the other side as well. And I just thought that was like the funniest thing ever. Like, hey, if you're gonna die, put some humor into it.
Yeah,
So
that's like pretty bad, you know.
I mean, hey, you got to make the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah, no, that's pretty rad. Like that's pretty wow. I'm not sure I kind of cry when I get a paper cut, so
That is,
that's that's some faith right there.
oh yeah, man, that is hardcore. Like he knew where he was going, or he hoped he knew where he was going, and he just went out with a bang. Memorable, very
That's
memorable.
awesome. That you know what? I don't think I'm ever gonna forget who St. Lawrence is ever again.
Yeah, no, I always remember that. I don't know what he's the patron saint of though. I think it's firefighters, but I don't know because I know
Oh,
that Saint Michael the Archangel is the first responder for.
there you go.
Sorry.
Do you have to go?
No, no, no.
Okay. So we're going to pause here for just a moment. I wanted to just verify this information since Samantha didn't seem too sure about his patronage to firefighters. I did a quick Google search, and it turns out that St. Lawrence was born, or thought to be born, around the year 225 on December 31st, which is just about 200 years removed from Jesus' time. He was born in Spain, most likely in Valencia, although we don't really know. This is not a time of the church where we have a lot of documentation from, but it is thought that he was born in Valencia. And he was living in a time that many Christians were actually being executed. And despite that, and knowing that many Christians were being executed, St. Lawrence decided to become a deacon. And he was ordained deacon by Pope Sixtus II in 257 AD. And although Lawrence was still young, he appointed him among the 7 deacons who served the Catholic Church. He therefore was called the Archdeacon of Rome. So he was the head of these 7 deacons, a position that really had a lot of trust. And actually, he had to take care of the treasury and the riches of the church and the distribution of alms to the indigent. Then, at that time, the Roman authorities had established a norm to which all Christians who had been denounced must be executed, and their goods were meant to be confiscated. So this whole established norm was set so that their goods could also be confiscated by the imperial treasury of Rome. And then at the beginning of August of 258, the emperor issued an edict that all bishops, priests, and deacons should immediately be put to death. Pope Sixtus II was actually captured on August 6th of 258, and then he was executed. So he was actually caught while he was celebrating the liturgy. But after his death, after the death of Sixtus, the prefect of Rome demanded that Lawrence turn over all the riches of the church. And of course, he would have gone to Lawrence because he was the head of the treasury. And so what Lawrence did was that he actually worked really hard to really quickly gather all these riches and then distribute as much church property to the indigent as possible, so to prevent it being seized by the prefect. And then on the third day of doing all of this, at the head of a small delegation, he presented himself to the prefect and he turned himself in. And then there is an account that actually records him declaring to the prefect, "The church is truly rich, far richer than your emperor." And this act of defiance led directly to his martyrdom. So then on August 10th of 258, the last of the 7 deacons, and therefore the ranking church official, he suffered a martyr's death. And he was burned at the stake, and legend does say that he did say, "I am well done on this side, turn me over." So from this, we get the fact that, number one, he was burned at the stake, so he in fact was the patron, or is the patron saint of firefighters, as well as cooks, chefs, and comedians, because even at his time of death, he had some jokes to tell. This is quite interesting. I am really happy that Samantha brought this saint up. I'm happy to learn about it. So let's kind of head back to our video.
Okay. Ow, gosh, I didn't think that worked in here. That's why I grabbed the radio. Okay, whatever. Ooh, somebody's on the phone. This is all gonna be
good times. No, this is awesome.
Oh, jeez.
A little look into the life of future Saint Samantha Sutterman.
No way. No way am I a saint.
I said future saint. You're future.
Future. Whew, we're all gonna try.
I'm hoping you don't become a saint anytime soon, Samantha. I'll be honest.
Bye. Let's live a little bit longer. Let's get some things done first, and then we're good. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I really know about St. Lawrence.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. That's something new that I didn't know.
Yeah, I hope I got that right.